Yeah, I can describe the
Okay.
program. So as far as hormone therapy, how long do we do this? I have people ask me and they're like, well, how long do I have to do this? I'm like, well, I don't know. How long do you want to feel good? And, that's an obvious question. Well, for the rest of my life, as long as possible. And so, yes, we can do this for decades. Um, to be done correctly, it takes, a comprehensive approach to looking at all hormone levels. And then it needs to be monitored regularly. I do at least quarterly blood work. Sometimes if someone has different symptoms, I'm like, hey, let's just get a PEEP panel tomorrow or Monday and look at just the hormones. But we're always looking at, everything else that any good physician would look at as far as chemistries, body composition, thyroid, complete thyroid testing, because like all hormones over time, they tend to decline. And so we want to keep everything in optimal ranges, which means if you don't look, you can't find it. And so I think it's very important that it's done at least quarterly, every 3 to 4 months. Annually, we do comprehensive blood work looking at cardiac risk markers, cortisol, what's called a hemoglobin A1C, a 60-day blood glucose average, because we know in areas of the world where there are a lot of centenarians, they have very low blood sugar. Sugar is the devil. Sugar is a deadly killer, and unfortunately in the U.S., we eat tons of sugar and way too much. And so, all of these things have to be measured, looked at, and, in order to have a renewed vitality. Obviously, diet, exercise, all the things that I've preached for 40 plus years as an, sports medicine physician, remain important for everyone. Being active, I was at our annual anti-aging convention in December in Las Vegas and got to hear Dan Buettner, who did all of the Blue Zone research around the world with National Geographic. And the one thing that those centenarians all have in common is plant-based diet. They drink wine a couple times a day. If they're not working out and exercising hard, they're very physically active. For instance, Sardinia, on the side of a mountain, they are up and down the mountain, up the stairs, active in the garden, growing their own foods. And so we try to share that wealth of knowledge, and in order to have a better lifestyle, even though not many of us are going to move to a blue zone, but we can certainly learn from the experience of others. And as I say, my motto is to help you live better, longer. None of us are going to stick around forever, and no one's been able to create immortality. And so, we want the best quality of life for as long as possible for all of our patients, whether it's male, female. So I hope that helps to understand it.